Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm right now going to my course, driving the 50k, and bro, today I only drink a coffee. To be honest, felt pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna eat twice. I'm gonna try to only eat twice. But if I eat 3 times, no problem. Like, if I eat until 12:30, that's the goal. You know what I mean? We'll see. Because like I have 2 courses, and both stress me out a little bit. So I end up eating like more in this course, but it's like more like protein bars, oranges, hamburgers, stuff like that. While in the other course, I have the watermelon in my freezer, and I'm pretty sure like that's what I need. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Like, I like to eat a little bit of watermelon every day, as oranges. But one thing I'm realizing now on this red arid path is like we don't really need nothing, neither the fruits or whatever. You don't need nothing. We just eat for pleasure, for comfort, for giving us strength in the moment of doing hard things for us emotionally. And yeah, like, bro, I think this is the 4th day since I started doing this. Like, after lunch, I don't eat nothing, only drink water. And I realize how a bunch of reflection, like, it just been to a bunch of reflection. And, bro, yesterday I wake up and I was, like, driven to create new things and to, have success in life. Today I have a bunch of obligations, so that's not what is really on my mind. But it's still on my mind. Like, I still have to do it. I still have to try it. And I realize how smoking makes me run away from that. But it's not only smoking; it's eating too. It's basically running away. It's not the smoking or eating is running away. Is the fact that I want to run away, I go to these things, right? But definitely I'm gonna do that shit, and start making a career out of me, I have already had the platforms, and already code, I already did websites, I wrote books, I did so many things, creating an app where I can do a online personal trainer is not a big deal. It's just one more thing. I create websites, I create a bunch of stuff. Like, it's no big of a deal, you know what I mean? My brother created a game, and then she gave me motivation. I was like, yeah, bro, like, let's start creating again. Like, we are creators, and we can do everything we wanna. We just have to put our mind into it and stop us postponing and stop not believing in ourselves, because you break these break chains that we have of doubt and just do it. And like, we did it. Shit, I can say that I wrote books. I can say I I create websites. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for us to not believe in ourselves and try. Like, a lot of things we don't succeed because we don't try, and that's the problem. We just have to try doing it, And if you fail, it is what it is. Like, my books, I didn't have a great sell out of them. Like, I sold a little bit, but it didn't make my career. But I did it, and I read both of my books after, publishing it in a while to remember. And like, I love my books. I think they are super cool. And yeah, I love my books. And I genuinely believe this app, personal online trainer course, is the next stage. and I've been seeing like Monet is a YouTuber. It's like Monet something. Is a girl, and she is an online personal trainer course. And I was like, oh, I wish I was an online personal trainer course. It's like it just faced me yesterday to the realization of like, but why not? Why ain't you moving that direction? Do you think somebody did for her? No. You have to do it yourself, you know what I mean? You have to be the one to move accordingly to that direction. And yeah, that's basically what I have to do now. You know what I mean? But right now I'm going to the course. Let's see what gets there. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes people more insecure, more jealous and shit. And it's not that cool, you know what I mean? I never know. But one thing I learned too is like life is all about experiences, and you have to go to different experience, be good or bad, you know? For example, I had a bunch of like good and bad experience, a lot of bad experience in this course, you know what I mean, with these people, but I also had good and a lot of experience. Also like to learn how people who don't like me a lot of times, they are just insecure about themselves, and they don't like themselves, and they see through me what they want to be, and that makes them uncomfortable. So I had the experience as a YouTuber from haters, but now I have on true life. And I had the same in school. When I was in school, same time, people who were hating on me and trying to bully me, they were just like insecure because I was better than them. Girls like me instead of them, and all type of shit. Like I was popular, you know. And you start noticing these things where it's like people just jealous of you because they want to be you, and you are a role model at the same time. Last year I went to a course of stories, and like there's a bunch of people that was jealous of me. They want to be me. They were my biggest admirers, and I left that shit because at the time I didn't want to deal with the haters. But this time, like, I don't know, it's like this is gonna keep happening. Me going to a place and me being the best and the one with confidence and the one girls like is gonna be forever, because I have this aura in me, these skills on me, you know what I mean? And shit. And it is what it is. I'm just a role model, you know what I mean? With being the role model, with being the best, you have people who admire and go that direction, and it's great, but you also have the people who don't believe in themselves, so they're gonna hate on you because they don't think they can become that. They get jealous, or they think their effort is very big, so they get jealous because like, oh, he's an anomaly, genetic freak, and in reality I've been self-improving forever. Like when it comes to fitness, 16 years old, already doing like 500 push-ups and shit like that. But when it comes to like just bettering myself and reflection, it's been forever, since a kid. I've always been admired, and she's 13 years old, the cutest girls in my year, the one that I fancied. Like I had a crush, and she already was like saying I was cute on my photos, and a lot of jealousy came out of that shit too, you know what I mean? So I always look up to myself, like trying to better my look. I used to do looks maxing things, even when that shit didn't even exist. That shit wasn't popping up. I was already, you know, trying to look my best and wearing different things, taking care of my face and my looks, you know what I mean? Like I always wanted to be better, always tried to do better, and fitness was something that, you know, I learned later, like 16, but always was trying to do better, and that's what I do. I just improve, and as I get older, I do more and more. Guys, I'm doing like these 3-4 hours only eating, and then not eating nothing, which means only water, which means that, you know, it literally means that, you know, the energy is not as high. If I'm eating only fruits or fruits and nuts, my energy is higher because I'm always eating or eat whatever I want. But like now that is not the case, what happened is I don't have as much energy. But yesterday I went on a walk. I stayed literally in my boxers in the middle of nature, nobody, you know, looked like a desert. And like I was just catching sun and shit. And then I went train, and I didn't went as hard as I used to, but like I make sure to do one exercise of everything that I need to keep doing, so I don't lose their skills on calisthenics. And that's it, you know, every day I keep improving. It's kind of impossible to me not to do it because I get stressed out, and when I don't work out, I get more stressed out and feel weak. So I need to work out every day to feel the pump, feel huge, and feel like, yeah, I'm amazing, you know what I mean? I protect myself and shit because it's me against the world. God is with me, but that's the spiritual world, and in the physical world, it's me against the world, you know what I mean? And God knows that you can deal with shit, but like, you need to build yourself. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was stoned yesterday when I was walking a bunch, reflecting a bunch, and getting a bunch of sun. And when I went to train, I literally felt like a level up. Every dip, every exercise, every rep, I felt like it was a level up. I was getting stronger, like in a video game and shit. And that's life, you know? Life is you getting better in every regard, like be not only physical but mentally too. Like as I said to y'all, I've been creating content for 4 years. I create websites, I create books. Like I created a course that I never published because my computer shut off and I just postponed that shit. But don't matter because I'm gonna do it better now. I'm gonna do a better course now for y'all. And like that's what I'm saying. Like you create in the mind, you create in the body, you create in the spirit through reflection and fasting, and you also create doing semen retention. Semen retention, guys, is the ultimate creator. When you do semen retention, what you're doing is like you saying, I don't accept where I am. I'm not gonna be comfort where I am right now, and I'm gonna reject letting myself go through, you know, masturbation or sex, and you're just gonna face where you are, that you don't like where you are, you wanna be better, and keep pushing and doing hard things, you know? That's human retention. Look what I'm doing now. I'm in transit, driving 50 kilometers every day, going up and back. And I'm still training. I'm still doing both courses. I'm still dealing with people, dealing with hard situations, even though I'm autistic. And, you know, it's harder for me to deal with the social events and shit like that, and driving all that shit. I'm still doing all this shit, and I'm about to do a personal trainer course. I'm still doing trains and content with y'all. Like I'm doing everything. The only thing that it changes since I started doing semen retention 2023 is that I'm getting better. I'm doing harsher things every day. I'm doing harsher things. Like every year that goes by, I do more harsh and harder things every day, you know what I mean? I keep doing harder things, and look what I have. I had the experience of like a bunch of cars, beautiful, like the sun coming. I'm just living. instead of being in my house doing nothing, I'm just living. And I really like that shit. And I know, bad things might happen, but like, you just keep rolling, you keep going. That's life, that's living. And yes, I did run away from that shit a bunch of times, but like, it don't matter because we're here now. How many people can say that, yeah, maybe they ran away from, jobs and shit and social events and shit, but like, how many people can say like they be content creating for 4 years? They be creating shit, courses, books, websites, most people don't do that shit, but like, I've been doing both. I've been being entrepreneur for 4 years, plus the working area, you know what I mean? And just living shit, like, that shit hard, like, and I do give a lot of praise to senior retention because what senior retention that gave me strength to do both, to be hard, to keep going. Like, guys, once you release yourselves, you lose potential. You feel weak, you want to give up. It's never good, you know what I mean? It's never good to do that shit. Giving up is never the answer. Like, I could say right now, like, I'm just gonna do online personal course, and give up on the other courses, but like, that will be feasible, but like, for what? You know what I mean? Am I getting money already? I gave a bunch of things up because it was like, okay, I follow these routes, it's easier for me, it settles more for me, and I see the vision, I see potential, right? But for what? You know what I mean? I can do both, or I can try one thing first, then go to the other. I see potential in me in everything, bro. I see potential in me in everything. And that's the thing too, with not only fasting and doing this close to 1 meal a day, is not really, but like 4 hours window. And see more attention, because what gives you like courage and gives you confidence, which is similar attention. The more you do, the more days, more confident you get, you feel better, you feel like more potential in you, like a monster, like you can do anything. And the other, which is fasting, it makes you reflect, it makes you break limiting beliefs that we had, where you don't think you can do shit and you're just not good enough, and it's the others who can but you're not. That's all limiting beliefs, you know what I mean? We all the same. The only difference from people is who do it and who don't. And even big time entrepreneurs, bro, like for example Brandon Carter or other big time entrepreneurs who sell courses and all that shit, what do? They first advertise the shit, show the results, and then they create like a page where you fuck, bro. That's why I didn't want to be driving in this direction, because the car cannot stand. Fuck this shit, bro. No. But like, what I'm saying is like, they create a website to engage with you and make you wanna believe. After that shit, they're gonna call you to an email where they can email and motivate you, so you buy their package. Then they're gonna wanna do a personal call with you, you know what I mean? And then close that shit and get a lot of money out of you because they gain your trust. And maybe I simplify everything, but I'm telling you steps by steps what they do, being on social media or creating sites and like making you like get hooked up on them, you know, engage on them more and more and get hooked up on them. And like, why you cannot do that shit? It's not that hard. Creating websites, making content to engage with your, it's not that how everybody could do it. You know, you don't need to be extremely intelligent. It's just step by step. But it's all about do you believe in yourself, and do you want to put that work or not? Because I'm going to be honest, even without ChatGPT, you already had created websites, free websites. It's the same platforms. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. Oh shit, it smells like horse shit right now. Ugh, what the fuck? It smells so bad. Okay, let's bounce out of here. But what I'm trying to say is like, you can do everything they did it, bro. To be successful, you just have to risk it and do it, you know? Start by doing, like, for example, I'm gonna build my personal trainer course now. What comes out after that shit is promoting that shit through my videos, which I'm gonna do. Well, after that shit, it's like you start getting clients and shit, and once you get too many, you start hiring people to create like group classes where you can train a bunch of people and, you know, have people helping you out to reach more people. And once you see it, now you have a business, you have a team, and you're already like on these major, way more money investments. It's just step by step. You just have to start doing it little by little, you know? So don't be thinking like, oh, I need to be right there on the top. No, bro. Nobody starts at the top. This is not a cheat code game. You're gonna start at the bottom. In the bottom, you create the shit that you can by yourself. I start creating content, you know. My brother created a video game. Like, you're just gonna create the shit that you have to create. And you're gonna, you know, you start raising that shit, you know. But that's what it is. You're gonna get better. Don't be focusing on like, how old am I or where should I be. You should be exactly where you are. You're going good. Keep going, you know what I mean? Look at me. All the calisthenics, all the lifting weights, the running, you know, the semi retention, the fastings, the 1 meal a days, the fruitarians, all this discipline. Look where I am right now. I'm creating more and more and seeing a path of like success, you know. I'm doing the personal trainer course and I'm gonna, you know, start now creating an online personal trainer course and putting more risks and shit, and who knows where I can end up. You know, I know where I can end up with more success, with being a real entrepreneur with success, you know, never give up. It's just because it hadn't work out in one area that you should quit. No, you should keep going and see where that shit wanna lead you. This is the worst part of the day, maybe, of the transit, where it's like you can barely move, and this shit is every day, bro. It's like, I don't know, it just gets stuck in here and we cannot move. But like, even doing this hard thing every day, the thing that I don't want to do, is like, it builds me to be harder, to be better, you know. A child, a teenager cannot do this shit, you know. Like, for example, and it's not that cannot, it's like most don't, but like, for example, when I say a teenager, even like a young man, I had a teacher saying me like, oh yeah, it's about the 5 minutes earlier. No, it's about the 5 minutes earlier if you're in the city. If you are from the city, then it's 5 minutes early. But if you're not from the city, you're 50 kilometers far away from the city, this is way harder. It's not about the 5 minutes. it might be about 1 hour early, and then you get super earlier, and you're more tired. See, so like you have a harder life. Stop living in a dimension that you believe, oh, because this person has it easier, it's going to be easier for you. No, it's not. You know, I have my life, I have a bunch of attributes. You know, I live alone most of my time. I have a bunch of like liberty and responsibilities, but one of the things that I had that other people don't is like I don't live in the city, so I had to do these huge travels as all these people around me, right? And one thing you have to realize is like a lot of people is crybabies, being like, oh, like it's so much harsher for me. Bro, isn't harsher for you? Like there's people on Africa walking a bunch and doing all this shit, and there's people more, you know, grabbing the gun and fighting for their lives. So it's like you need to stop bitching and feeling like you are a victim. You are not. Everybody in life is having a hard time, and you need to deal with your situation as it is. You know, my situation used to not be driving this shit and dealing with this shit every day, but now it is. What I'm gonna do? Stay in my house, doing nothing, being complacent? No, like that's not gonna lead me to where I wanna. You know what I mean? Who knows if I would have like these ideas and this desire back if I wasn't doing these hard things. You know? To be honest, like I feel like when you do similar attention, the higher you go. Like today is like 2 months. No, 1 month, 1 month and 2 days, and like I notice how there's a pattern that when I used to do this shit, like when I used to do this shit, like I did the same. I started doing 1 meal a day, and I was not working. But like, to be honest, even if I didn't work, I probably would like low key create the personal training course and find success on my own. You know what I mean? I believe in myself, and that's one thing you start having once you start doing like similar intention for like more than a month. It's like you start believing in yourself. To start believing that you can solve your situations by yourself. You don't need to depend on nobody. You know, God is with you, and yeah, I probably could do that shit, but like at the same time, I do want to come here. There's a guy here who start taking gear now. I respect that shit, and like I find it funny. He's 23 years old. He's starting taking gear like tests, and a bunch of other shit. And like me watching the Trend Twins, which is people I like because they just similar to me. It seems like they are from the same background, even though they are American and I'm Portuguese. They are similar, and they take gear. Like they choose to take gear, so they could have success. That's the route that they choose, you know. And for a while, I was not seeing my route. I was not like, what is my route? What should I follow? And then I realized, like, I started training calisthenics super hard in the park, and I was like, bro, everybody is amazed by me, by intensity of my works, what I do. And it's like, I was watching a video, I think it was Brandon Carton just saying, like, there's people have skill, but they don't know how to market. And I was like, that's me. Because look at what I do. I do things that everybody gets amazed and most people can't. So what if I just create a fucking course and people can like follow up and do a good thing, not a half-paced thing, but like a great course where people, you know, I can train people. Because we're always talking about the niche and the niche and the niche, and it's like my niche is people who want to go hard as fuck. And to be honest, there's a bunch of people on the calisthenics park who they go hard as fuck. Can they go as hard as me? Absolutely not. But I've been 4 years on this shit, and that's the reality. Like, bro, you do 4 years of one thing. Once you get to 10 years, you become like elite, right? 4 years is a lot of time. Everything that you do more than 20 years, everything that you do more than 3 years, you become like extremely good at it. So me doing 4 years, of course, I can do shit that nobody can, and even I get amazed by my strength and my capabilities. So like, it's time, bro. It's just believing in yourself, keep going hard, and enjoy life too. One thing that you do when you do like these uh, big fests where you don't eat after lunch, nothing. And when I say after lunch, it doesn't need to be lunch. It's just you stay 12 hours of your day, of the living day, not the sleeping, but like the living day, 12 hours, um, with no food and only water. You start like enjoying life, and this shit happens to me a bunch of times. When I used to do one meal a day, um, I used to start enjoying life every time, feeling gratitude, enjoying life, like really liking to be there, right? And it only happens when you fast. When you eat through the day, the whole day, you are not enjoying life. Like, you are stressed out, you are dealing through stress, always coping. And when you do this fast, you start enjoying life, resting shit. And that's what it is, you know what I mean? That's why you have to do it, because even though you're gonna feel super stressed and you wanna eat, and that's the response that you used to, that shit will not help. You're gonna see that you can deal with that stress mentally. You don't need to cope. You don't need to like, um, use something to cope. Like, that's what it is. I prefer way more driving through the day. Like, there's a yet last week I like went earlier and earlier, like literally like 20, 30 minutes earlier from the day before, just to see the difference, right? And like, the only thing that I noticed is, I don't know if this guy want to come here or not. The only thing that I noticed is like, you want to come here. There are certain cars that are not the best at like putting themselves on the, you need to come and putting themselves, and then like, it's harder for them to get in the position that they want. But like, yeah, I feel like that's a skill too. I be liking these white Teslas, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a good car. My next car, I would like to have like probably a white Tesla. I don't know when it's gonna be. Like, my car, I bought it this year, so I don't even know when that shit gonna be. But like, who knows? I might have success on my business. It might be my year, and like, yeah, I don't know. I'll just give this car to my brother probably and buy a Tesla. But like, it's not something that I have resources, or it's not something that I can do right now, of course. I'm just saying, you know. I'm just saying. I be thinking shit. I should already be on another place. Yeah, I should already be in another place. Like, there's a route where it's like better. For some reason, it's kind of slow right now. Yeah, it's kind of slow. There's a route that like you go super fast. Supposedly, like, I'm not gonna say it, but like, bro. I don't understand. Like, I think it's because I'm older, because I did ride motorcycle when I was younger too. But like, that shit dangerous fuck, bro. So many times. Oh hell, no. So many times, bro. Like, yeah, driving motorcycle is so fucking dangerous. Like, so many times, I see motorcycles drive by me, close by me, and I'm like, bro, I didn't even notice. If I just went a little left, you might have died and shit. You know what I mean? And it's so dangerous. Me driving a car, especially like in these very, like, a lot of transit situations, that I just noticed that it's like, I don't know, bro. It's too dangerous. Like, I fall from my motorcycle and fucked up my left arm, and that shit really fucked up. And that's when I stopped riding. Right? I ride for more 1 week. Then I got this car because I didn't have a car back then, and that's when I stopped riding. And like, now I see it's just dangerous, bro. It's too dangerous. Like, you're risking your life for what? And as I get older, I start feeling that shit more. As I get older, I start feeling that shit more. But like, I don't know, man. And there's people who are really, they drive with a motorcycle insane, for real. Like, I had one time that a guy really went super close to me, and I was barely on the road, so it was like, bro, I was about to get more to the left, and you were like very close to me. Like, if I went, you'd be fucked. You know what I mean? And yesterday I just saw a guy park, and he was this close to beating against a car. So it's like, you know, God really watches over you. If He doesn't want you to fall and shit, you're not gonna do it. But sometimes you will, so you learn that you need to be more attentive. You know, kind of early. But it's good though. I like waking up these hours because, like, I like to be like at time to things. Like, there was one time I get late and I felt pretty bad about it. And the teacher even said it like, you know, I come from very far away and I reach out in hours, and I had to take my kids first, and I felt like them. But the reality is, like, I don't know. There's days and days. For example, like, I don't know. When I left last time was later, but was like 1 hour and something. I think it was 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour and minutes, like, before class. So I thought that would come in time, but that shit didn't happen. Yeah. Because the transit was like too much. But as I was saying, like, I used to hate driving, bro. Oh, that's such a cool car right there, black and shit. But like, I used to hate driving. Even in the city, I was not driving whatsoever. You know what I mean? And now I'm driving through, you know, my village to a whole city. I'm doing way harder than I used to do. That's why I see, like, I keep getting better. I was a lot fucked up. But like, I keep getting better, you know, I keep doing harder things and shit. And that's what I notice. It's like, keep going, guys. Keep going. Like, do not compare. Be not comparing on other people what you should do or shouldn't do. Don't be following trends of like scarcity, where it's like, oh, you need to be here now, and you late and shit. You're not late. Keep going hard. God got you. If you pray every day, you know, read the Bible too. and like you give your hardest, you pray every day, you giving your hardest every day, God got you, bro. You really think God's gonna leave you hanging, bro? No, keep going hard. You go in the right direction. There's people who they on their 30s. They on their 30s. Of course they are in a certain level already. Where are you? I'm 27 right now. When I start freaking out, I was 23, 24. Bro, every year you're gonna level up and be a new person and get better. And it's not because someone is 24 and they already have this and this and that and they are, more progressed than you when it comes to finances, that you need to be worrying the shit out of you. No, you go on your own pace, believe in yourself, keep going hard, and you're gonna get there. You're gonna level up. You know what I mean? Don't worry, shit. Look at me. I never thought I was gonna be an influencer who creates all this shit, and now I'm seeing like a route where I'm gonna be like a personal trainer or an online personal trainer, and I see all this success. Oh shit, I didn't say it. And I see all this success coming. I never thought that shit. And even if it didn't happen yet, like I never saw that shit happening, and now I see it so clearly because I build the skills. I know to do shit that nobody can. I know to do shit that nobody can. I know to do hard things that people couldn't. And now I'm gonna teach everything to everybody. I'm gonna, through all this effort that I've been 4 years training relentlessly, almost every day, going hard almost every day. Now I'm like a master on on everything that I be hustling, and I can, motivate and teach people to be me and to do this, not be me as a person, but to do what I do, like to be as hard as me, to train as hard as me. You know how many people wanna, do the things that I do on calisthenics, flow on bars, like jump, muscle ups, all type shit, have all the muscles that I have. You know how many people like desire to have that body? Most people, even very rich people, very success people who didn't have success. Oh shit. Who didn't have success. That's why you need to be attentive with shit, man. That's how accidents happen. But didn't have success on, wow, that girl was attractive. But didn't have success on the physical part of the body. So keep hustling, whatever is your skill, and you're gonna see that I got it. I always find a space here. Not always, but like a lot of times. But yeah, you're gonna see that, bro, everything you do. What time is it? Wait a minute. Okay. Everything you do, you're gonna see that if you keep going, you're following your passion, you're doing something you like, you're gonna keep on going. That is your success. That is your business. That is your craft. Because you like doing it. I like training. I like doing calisthenics. I literally do this shit to feel better, to feel stronger, to feel more confident, to feel better, to get better, to do harder things. So if you keep doing shit that you like over and over and over every day, you're gonna be unique. You're gonna be the only one or one of the onlys who can do that stuff as good. It's like a skill, a martial art. He keep training every day, he becomes super good at it, and then he teach. Bruce Lee, he becomes super good and he make his own school. And that's what it is. It's like you keep going super hard and you become like what you love is your profession. I heard that stuff so many times, and I comprehended but never truly. I felt like, oh yeah, just keep doing and it's gonna happen. But then I was doubting, but like, you doubting what? You are doing stuff that nobody else can do. You know what I mean? You're doing stuff that you are very good at it and you are unique at it. Of course you're gonna have success on it. You don't really see things straight uh, until you keep going. And yeah, like I start seeing things real straight. Even this course, even with all the stresses, the only thing he showed me is that I'm that good. I'm that good because so many people envy me and admire me. That's like I am that good. So I could not be in this course. I could not go to the other course last years. I could not be in these situations on work and jobs and shit. But I would never see to other people reaction that I am that good. It's like it's cool to see that reaction. Everybody looking at you like, wow, this guy is elite. This guy is top level. Like this guy is another level. And you don't really see that if you only focus on your grind all the time. You don't really comprehend that. You know what I mean? Just my brother, he did a video game. I was looking at that shit like, wow, like that shit hard. Video game, like, you know what I mean? We all have different skills, and for me, it's training. For me, it's even like, even though I'm saying, even though I'm so autistic that I don't see how hard I am, even doing these very hard things, people looking at me amazed, is harder, is easier for me because what I do, I get the reaction of everybody looking at me, everybody looking at me like, whoa, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Because um he's like very attractive woman passing and looking at me. It's hard to know. Focus and shit. Like, but yeah, what I do is like it shines, right? So everybody be looking. So it is the perfect thing for me, for somebody who is like so shut down that I don't see the surroundings, don't see how other people is feeling, but like keep going, and you're gonna shine light. Like you're gonna get more notice, and you're gonna get better and better. What is important is to do something you like and keep doing that shit. Keep striving. Why would you stop of doing something you like? I will never stop doing calisthenics, or I do more calisthenics than lift weights, but like I'll never start working out because that shit is a stress reliever for me. That shit makes me feel amazing. That shit makes me feel good. You know, so you strive wherever you see success and enjoyment, and keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and things gonna happen. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. I don't even know I'll be talking too much, man. But like follow your dreams and shit, man. See you guys. See ya. I feel like I'm missing something, or I just don't want to leave right now. But like I have shit to do too. But yeah, man. Let's get it. Hey guys, welcome back. I finished the course. Ended up eating like 3 protein bars, 1 hamburger, two nut bars, and some peanuts with honey and stuff, and like 2 energy drinks, water, and like 2 or 3 clementines. That's what I ate today. I'm not gonna eat nothing more. I ate a little bit, but like, first day of the course, this shit is stressful because you know how, people have energies and your surrounding, we share the energy, right? So like, personal trainer people, fitness people is all stressed out. And while you're in the class, you just feel the stress, bro. Like, you feel stress by being there, And yeah, I don't know. It was a cool day, You be noticing the people that you like more and shit. Sometimes you have to stay more in a place to really see everybody and not the first people who got your attention, you know. There's a cool guy who likes One Piece. That we kicking shit. And back in the day when I used to live in Lisbon, when I used to live with my parents, I one time I saw a guy who had a One Piece tattoo, and like he seemed pretty cool, training college techniques too. But we didn't kick it; we just trained the same place. And sometimes you lose opportunities and shit from being like introverts and shy and shit. Like, and that shit goes to everything. Learning to be more social is more than just fuck, bro. Learning to be more social is more than just getting new friends or associates. Like, learning to be more social brings you to more business, brings you to more opportunities, new ideas. You might be talking to somebody who is risking, is doing the stuff that you want to do, and you get courage to do that shit, you know? So yeah, that basically it. Coming back, one part of the day is done. Now we have the other course. Let's see what happens. And keep pushing, keep going. Let's get it, man. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. Guys, I just realized I don't have a lighter, but it's like I'm going to a personal trainer course and now I have another course. It's like my life never really ends and I keep doing shit that deep down I really don't wanna. And yesterday I didn't have nothing. I had the other course but I didn't have the first and I was just with ideas creating super static and I don't know bro. I just keep feeling like this worldly society standard of having a job is like some bullshit, and you should keep just doing you and finding a way and creating your own way out, regardless how much money you have. I'm just kind of done with this shit. Like tomorrow's gonna be similar. Not really, because yes, tomorrow I'm gonna work out again, but I don't know it's gonna work out. I don't have struggle and shit, but I don't know. It just seems off, always seem off to me. Any course or any job, it just seems that it's not from God. God wants you to be entrepreneur, wants to make you, he wants you to do stuff. Fuck, I can't believe I don't have lighter. I just feel like you are in a situation where you're doing shit you don't want to do. So because of that, you were eating stuff that you don't want to eat. It's kind of dumb, isn't it? That's how I feel. And I realize how you really choose what you want to do. I could choose to go or not to go. You really choice. It's just I keep going, searching for something. I don't know. It's weird. I ate a lot of shit today that I shouldn't. Feel fucked up.